Perspective is a really big deal in your life. It's not a small thing, it's a huge thing in your life. Because perspective is actually how you view life. It really has to do with how you view relationships, how you interpret the things that happen to you. What is your perspective? It is a critical factor in your health, psychologically, emotionally, even spiritually. It will affect the level of joy or the limit of joy in your life. In the book of Philippians, these 4 chapters, these 104 verses, very small little book, really reveals to us Paul's perspective. And he writes these words, as I mentioned to you last weekend, when he was incarcerated in Rome. It's about 62 AD. And he's there in Rome. He's been incarcerated by the evil, unstable ruler named Nero. He doesn't know exactly what's going to happen to him in the future. So his future is a bit uncertain in terms of whether he's going to live or die, whether Nero will release him, which ultimately he does. He will be arrested again, Paul will, a second time later on, and actually martyred for his faith. But here is Paul in prison in Rome, incarcerated, and he's done absolutely nothing wrong at all. The only thing he's done is preach the gospel. He's shared the good news of Jesus. He's talked to people about how their sins could be forgiven, how they could have newness of life in Christ. And he's done all these wonderful things in the sharing of the gospel, but Nero was determined to stop Paul from his mission. Could I ask you a question this morning? How would you feel if you were Paul in that situation, that you'd done absolutely nothing wrong and all you'd done was trying to help people and preaching the gospel to them, and then you find yourself imprisoned by a very unstable ruler, Nero, not knowing exactly what's going to happen to you in the future? What would you feel? If you're like me, you probably would potentially feel maybe angry, maybe discouraged, maybe disappointed. You might be asking questions like, why me, God? Why now? Why is this happening now? And where are you in my life, God? We oftentimes, when we go through challenging situations like this, we start questioning our faith and we start questioning God. But Paul did not. Paul, there's no sign, no indication at all in this book that Paul ever questions the situation. He deals with it with a right perspective.